Gonna be there in a moment. There it is. Yay! StarCraft Evolution. In the top left, Fighting Spirit, we do have SHIN. In the bottom left, it is Byun, a 4-player map. Fighting Spirit, probably one of the most famous maps at this point from Brood War. And yeah, we have it here in SC2 Evo. This is a show match best of 7 between SHIN and Byun. This was, I think, played 1.5 weeks ago or something. Round about that, maybe 2 weeks. Thank you for the nice haircut. I just had it yesterday. It's amazing, right? Just like the shredder. But yeah, back to the game here. I'm kind of excited. I haven't seen much Evo lately, so I've been really wanting to watch some more games here. So I'm kind of excited to see what this is gonna bring. We do see some adjustments here for Evo. I think they already did last time, but the minerals you see are all 1500s. The guys is up to 50, so it's not 225 like in SC2. So there are some adjustments, and the minerals will all run out at the same time. Byun already thrown down his double barracks here after the command center. I think he went into the command center first, and then now he's gonna go into that double barracks with the academy follow-up most likely. I'm gonna see here. Oh, there's a third barracks, so he's playing this a little bit different. Let's see how this is gonna pan out. It feels like you just have so many minerals that you can just produce so much, yeah. And it's a 4-player map, so I guess he's gonna take the risk with that command center on the low ground. And then just going into the bio afterwards. But having Byun play this like medic bio heavy style, medics and fire vets and marines, it's kind of exciting to me. I mean, this guy is one of the micro gods we have in this game, so definitely excited to see what we're gonna find in this match here, and if SHIN can actually hold his own. Now SHIN is just going for a very normal opening here. Oh, you see, this is 18. Huh, 18 out of 18, so they... I guess... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's one extra mineral patch. Look at that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and only 7 in the natural. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the main and 7 in the natural. It's very interesting. Of course, StarCraft Brood War also had very different kind of layouts for those mineral patches and their numbers. You have a little bit of a party down here. Now, a bunch of marines here. Where is the academy? It's not finished up here. Very late academy, I have to say. I'm a little bit surprised. Byun went into a lot of extra gas here, which he's not really using, so I'm not sure why. Maybe it's one of his first times playing this, I'm not sure. I don't think I have seen him specifically play this. I know SHIN is playing EVO a lot, and he's a regular player in the SEL, so you can find him a lot, like just fiddling with the game and with this mode. It's already going into an extra hatchery here, number 3. This is gonna be how many patches? 3, 6, 7, 8, so kind of random here. We have Casper, oh yes, amazing, the Casper logo in the middle of this. And there's the Kakaroo, it's also derping around like it is in Brood War, in Brood War. And we do see a Firebat and the first couple of medics. This is literally like a Brood War build. He's going into command center first, into the triple barracks, and then he makes like, but usually you keep this guy at home. Stim is about to finish up here. And Byun, he scouted this, well, I totally missed the scout by the way, but yeah, he found his opponent of course, so he knows where it is. And SHIN of course with the Overlord also oversees what's happening over there. Can Byun break this here? 2 queens, a spine crawler. I don't think you can really. A lot of roaches as well. Stim is done. Range is on the way. +1 is on the way. With this Bioforce, I don't think it can get much done here. Maybe it could cancel the third. There's no Spinecrawler here. The creep is just starting to spread out. Roach is coming in though in pretty good numbers, but maybe Byun can just snipe them down one by one here. He's gonna go for the first one, second one is gonna fall down. The Fire Bat is gonna get on top of the triple stack there to deal even some AoE damage here. And now Byun is trying to snipe those queens, but cannot really get past those. So they managed to run away, but in the end, Byun is on top of this hatchery and he's shooting at it. Trying to grab another roach here, gets one. Can SHIN hold this? I think with a lot of roaches reinforcing, he should be able to, but he's just losing these roaches. Even though they're starting to trade out a little bit for those marines here. Can Byun overpower? I don't think so. More and more roaches coming in for the reinforce, and the marines are pulling back. Unfortunate timing here for Byun, because all of the crucial upgrades are finishing right now. Range did just finish up, +1 infantry weapons in 3 seconds. And Siege Mode is about to finish up, which is kind of interesting. So he's going to play a tank marine style here. Marine medic tank style, I guess. And we see a starport science facility here. How is he going to use this science facility? Is it just going to be for science vessels? It could be the case. They have been proven to be insanely strong with that AoE. By the way, RSL logos here. I still need to implement the logo. And now we do see the siege begin here. Ravagers starting to hit the front, but Byun is just saying like, alright, I have a bunch of marines, I can fight you, but in the end he's just not really finding the trade he's looking for. Third command center on the way, and this is the big powerful weapon here from the Terran in this matchup. Science Vessel. Defense Matrix, EMP Shockwave, and Irradiate abilities. Already researching the Irradiate, I think it's around 100 some damage, so that's pretty beefy. And if you take a look at the Roach, it has 140. I think Irradiate almost kills a Roach, and it does massive AoE damage because everything's so super stacked up. Baneling Nest on the way here. Scan is gonna reveal that. Pretty nice timing. He also sees the Wiggly Evolution Chamber. Infestation Pit is already there. He does not find the Infestors though, so they are just popping after the scan, which is a little bit unfortunate. But those Infestors, they could play a very big role in the next few engagements here. SHIN is still only sitting on 3 bases, which is kind of interesting to see, but I guess he can't really go further. We saw this drop try to go in. In the end, it just got deflected there. Didn't really do anything. Science Vessel. Research is up. Irradiate is ready. He does have 1 Irradiate on the vessel now, ready to go here. It's just clearing some creep. Oh, a nice fungal there on those marines, but maybe they can just even stay alive here. Tanks are set up with that siege mode quite nicely here. A Ling will most likely block this space here from going down. But this push, it looks scary, and if Byun can get an Irradiate off inside a fight, I mean, now you want to throw the Irradiate. I'm not sure where the vessel is going, but honestly that might just be too much bio there, even though the fungal hit really home. He needs to use that vessel, man. It would make that so easy. Throw down an Irradiate, use a defense matrix, whatever you want. He has a second vessel now. He lost most of the tanks. There's the Irradiate, but that's it. Like, it comes down way too late, so that doesn't really make that much sense. Very unfortunate timing, I feel like. Definitely a missed opportunity here. Did we lose so many tanks there? I think those were perfectly sniped. Now, SHIN tried to come in again here. Only 1 tank, which is not sieged up yet, and Biles are starting to rain down on this army. Vessels have the air superiority. He's gonna get 1 Infestor. A fungal tried to take the rekill here on these vessels. Not gonna work out. Infestor is gonna poof. A Queen coming in here for some air defense. And we do see the Ultralisk Cavern on the way. There's gonna be +2 armor and melee on the way here. On the other side we do see 2-2 also being researched here for Byun. The armory is not done yet, and we do see extra barracks come in. So there's no +1 on the tanks anytime soon. Dropships starting to go around the map here. And the vessels, they're just trying to find value. I mean, he can eternally just start to use that energy and kill units with it. Not exactly. Let's check if it says. Oh, it's 249 damage. It's almost 250 damage. That's insane. So it can literally kill everything but Ultralisks. Maybe, I'm not 100% sure, but I think Broodlords even only do have 225, so it should be able to kill basically every unit but the Ultralisk. Now again coming in here, nice fungal though, on top of most of these Marines here. And remember, the medics, they also kind of need to evacuate, so they're not actually healing while the Marines are retreating like medivacs would do. So this is a little bit of a different style you have to play here. Now another vessel coming in here is going to throw down one irradiate on an Ultralisk, but that is going to be a double-edged sword for a little bit here. He does have a deeper wall. Oh my god, SHIN is not pulling away the Ultralisk, so this is actually dealing a lot of friendly fire here. Oh my god. Look at all of these links, they're going to get depleted here. The Banelings try to roll in here. No bunker at this base. And now he's shooting up to the high ground, so he does have that miss chance. Ultralisk, one of them did fall, the other one is still running strong. He looks freaking badass there, being irradiated, dealing that much AoE damage. Meanwhile, we do have SCVs getting killed off here by a lot of links. But Byun manages to salvage the situation. He has another command center on the way. 4 bases are going to be difficult to hold on this map. It's quite expensive to go past those areas in supply. You kind of need to allocate a lot of supply to a lot of defensive areas, and that's just very difficult to do here. We still don't see. Oh my god, he's just pulling all of the SCVs. What was that? That was a misclick here. A little bit unfortunate there for Byun. Zerglings trying to come in here, but the wall has been repaired and tanks are ready. There is unfortunately no firebed behind this, so I'm really sad that we don't see more firebeds here from Byun. It's mostly making Marines and medics. It's gonna throw down another supply depot. It's gonna repair the burning one, and yeah, he did not. Oh, he did replace the 4th base, so it's gonna be in the main base. But I really want to see a few more firebeds here in those fights. This is so ling heavy. And they do have a little bit extra health, if I'm not mistaken. They have like 60 health or so, so it's 15 more. And they deal then AoE damage. Sometimes you can just shred a few, like a big army of links. Links do stack up so much in this game, it's insane. I'm just gonna throw down one on the Eraser and one on the Queen here. But only 5 drones here, so not that much to kill. Oh, actually a transfer coming in at the perfect time here for Byun to get some damage done. We do see a big engage here in the main base. Ultralisks are starting to fall, and Byun's marine mass is just not being able to be dealt with here from SHIN. He needs a little bit more AoE. It feels like he needs like Baneling mines, but that doesn't really work because you have science vessels flying everywhere, right? So it's going to be a difficult task. And the other thing, like, what can you do? You can throw down blinding clouds, you can throw down more of those, what are they called? Frickin' badass infestors, which he's making now. I feel like that's a good call, actually, like throwing down double or triple of those not biles. Come on, I can't talk anymore. Fungals here. Should be quite nice. He's gonna throw down a fungal. He's gonna throw down a fungal. He's just gonna lose the infestor. Okay, so there you go. And we do have a lot of supply. Look at that: 12 tanks, 65 marines, 6 vessels, 8 medics. Byun is starting to push. 3-3 on the way. He's pre-irradiating the Ultralisks, and SHIN is struggling to find a good engage. Now he's just losing health on his army already. He's losing units to that irradiate AoE. He's trying to come in from a lot of sides here. And that biomass, as I said, a couple blinding clouds, they could do the trick. And all of the infestors, they just get irradiated, man. This looks so unfair. It's insane. They're gonna throw down a couple of those fungals, but they're not really gonna kill anything. And there we see one more fungal here. It's gonna get 1 vessel, I think. There we go. Finally some re-damage. And finally we do see some corruptors here to get rid of these vessels, because it does not feel like you can really deal with this with a ground force here. Marines coming in now, they don't have combat shields of course, so they really die fast, but they deal so quickly their damage, it's insane. Ultralisk, one for the flank, not really gonna be enough there, and SHIN's army is kaput. Byun is gonna take the first one. Pretty nice and easy. That was quick. Nah, it wasn't quick, but that was pretty cool. Next map's gonna be Pylon, that's a current SC2 map. And Byun will still be StarCraft 1. StarCraft Brood War Terran. So here we go. In the bottom right of Pylon we do have SHIN, and in the top left it is Byun. SHIN again playing StarCraft 2 Zerg here. I really like this different mineral design. I really like the graphic for this. It's just cool. And this time we do see the barracks opening here for Byun. So this could be a very fast timing push on Stim. Interesting positioning on his barracks here, I have to say. Usually we see a wall being created kind of at the ramp with one supply depot to fill that on. This is gonna be 3 barracks indeed. 68 HP SV is kinda crazy, yeah. It is. The hatchery on the way here. Spawning pool. Is this gonna be an SCV pool? It might be. And we see the depot going down. And refinery, so we're gonna see a academy here in a moment. I feel like he's going too fast into that gas, or he's too light on the minerals, but... Refinery coming up. Refinery coming up. Maybe he should skip... Sorry, the academy. Maybe he should skip one of the marines or something, I'm not sure. T1 should do more. T1. I should do more SCV pull rushes. Oh boy, and that's an overload gone. Boo boo. That's a big supply block actually. Finally getting unlocked, but I mean look at this. Only 1 supply was open. 3 marines are still out on the map here, they're fishing for anything they can find. And of course it's a lot of firepower you have here very early. We just have the academy done, we do see Stim start up, and next we should see a couple medics and the firebed, hopefully. A few more firebeds, I want to see some more firebeds. SHIN is trying to find out what's going on. He really wants to see what's in here. I mean, is there a command center or not? That's the information he's trying to poke for, but he's not gonna get it. And I feel like this is gonna be a little bit of an issue. We don't see link speed on the way. There's just gonna be a bunch of marines with medics coming across the map, a firebat, and he's gonna shred whatever SHIN does have at home, because he doesn't really have anything. He's just making drones. He just spent 7 lava on drones, and he has only 1 lava injector going right now. Now he will finally see this group of units move out. There we go, and he's like, oh, damn it. He's gonna scramble to throw down a roach warren. Let's see some spines. I want to see at least 2, maybe 3 even. We try and hold this one, because I mean, it's already across the map. Look at that. The spine is not gonna be in time. He's trying to throw down a queen defense here. Good line working out, but Marine's already moving in. He's just gonna kill that spine. He's gonna demolish a bunch of those drones. He's gonna kill the queens if he can. He's... oh God, man. This is a disaster of a game here for SHIN. Terrible opening. You really needed to see what's going on in that Terran base. I feel like you need to kind of switch up your overlord pattern here on this map to try and go around inside the base and sacrifice one. Otherwise, there's like no way in hell. I mean, look at the 5, it finally died off, but there's 4 Marines still wreaking havoc here. Damn, SHIN. If Terran brought 10 SCVs, it would be way easier. Yes, it would be. Definitely. But that also makes yourself kind of all in, right? So. Again, we're gonna play. Maybe, I'm not sure how this is operating here, but this might just be Byun going all in on the Terran and on StarCraft Brood War Terran, and SHIN being complete on that SC2. That might be what we're witnessing here. Let's hop into the third map. In the bottom right of Silver, we do have SHIN, and in the middle, on the top, 12 o'clock, we do have Byun. Ready to pounce again here. StarCraft 1 is insanely strong, yay, is what he's saying. And SHIN says, ha 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 ha. And this is overpowered, basically. No, I have no clue, but this is Star 1. Suwon. Or something, Star 1. Yeah. So again, a 3 barracks follow-up here after the command center first. And I mean, look how fast this all is. The pool is done now. That's a standard opening for the Zerg, which is nowhere close to speed. And we already have the 3 barracks about to finish up here. Byun, by the way, supply blocked quite heavily here. That command center is finally opening up that supply, but I feel like he missed a depot somewhere. He had a bunch of money. He should have had that supply open. Ready to go. Just gonna throw down another depot. Did not scout yet, by the way. And of course SHIN has found his opponent. Byun doesn't see the overlord. SHIN going into the third base already here, but there is the epiphany of Zerg torture. I feel like also Protoss torture. It is the Academy. I really want to see some ghosts. I don't think I've ever seen ghosts being used from StarCraft Brood War race yet. But they should be way stronger now with that smart cast, right? You can use that lockdown to kind of play ghosts against Protoss and like lockdown carriers like crazy, stuff like that. I feel like SC2, SC1 Terran should be insanely overpowered. It's crazy, man. Like all of those hard to use ability casters are kind of now easy to use. And the Marine issue with them not stacking correctly and moving around a little bit too much and basically like spreading out naturally by that old engine and having like difficult pathfinding. Like Marines are insanely absurd powerful right now. It's crazy. Lockdown should be ridiculous, yeah. So let's see what's gonna happen here if SHIN can defend this time. He's gonna scout it here. How much damage does that firebat actually deal? So it's like a lot of damage. 8 versus light, and these lings are light, so he spreads his 8 damage across those guys. Then he just poofs. But again, the Marines are trading fine here, but this is way more queens this time. 5 queens here, we do see a lot of lings and a bunch of banes even in the mixture, so this should not get broken here anytime soon. And Byun is gonna recognize this, he's just gonna throw down extra barracks here at home. He should throw down his factory relatively soon here. I've been still waiting on that one. And the academy is cooking, as you can see here. It is indeed cooking. And these Marines just coming in here. I want to deal some more damage. Shooting from the hip, like Marines should do. And there we see the Banes coming in here. Can he get the surround? He's not gonna get it. Too many shooting guys here. Not enough links. He still needs to be careful their own creep. That's them. They also move insanely fast. It's crazy. They're like super fast. Now, SHIN hasn't really been able to drone behind this. As you can see, the space is barely any drones on it. And it is quite crazy to see, honestly. Now, I feel like you need a macro hatcher even as SHIN, so you can squeeze in a drone here and there. Now he's gonna make 10 at once. The creep looks less alive than usual. The creep, this is a StarCraft Brood War kind of look on the creep. And I have to say, like, it looks kind of cool. It just looks... I just want to have these as skins, right? Like creep skins or something, so you can have different visuals, you know, from time to time, to keep it fresh visually. You can zoom in a little bit on the creep, but as you can see, it does actually do a little bit, like, move, so... Now, third command center on the way, tanks are on the way. Did we already see that siege tank upgrade? Indeed, it's done. Siege mode is ready to pounce here. But so is SHIN. SHIN is also ready to pounce here. His baneling speed is finishing in 5 seconds here. Hello, shield battery. Good to see you, bro. Firebat on the front. 65 health even for this dude, man. He is the freaking killer of queens right now. All the queens just walking through the fire here, but the big surround coming in. I don't think Byun can get his way out of this one. Pretty nicely done there by SHIN. He's gonna defend this push, and he will catch all of these reinforcements. Does Byun have anything at home to seesaw this back? There's one bunker and one tank position. He should be fine. I'm not sure why SHIN is pulling back and letting these guys live here. Now he's gonna decide again. Let's actually kill these guys, and there we go. Good choice here. I feel like you need to set up a few more bunkers here, or a few production facilities to block these lings. I see there's so much art it does, and it's getting even more. I feel I think there's another update coming in just like on the weekend, just before the weekend this week, and there's gonna be a tournament to showcase some of that. Holy barracks, indeed. Now SHIN is still on lair. He's going to play Lingbane Hydra, it seems like, but we're still missing the bunch of Hydras. He's going into the infestation pit. Honestly, I think Lingbane Hydra should be the composition that can deal with Terran, but you also need some infestors, because, I mean, the starport is going to pump out those vessels, excuse me, vessels, and that's going to be an issue here. Finally, fourth base on the way here for SHIN. Starting to really grow out on the map here, but I mean, the expansion rate is just way slower than the StarCraft Brood War race here. Or like if it would be in the normal. This is Evo, yes. Welcome to StarCraft Evo. Science vessel on the way here. More factories for Byun. Just gonna scan Bottom left main. There's nothing there. Byun just has a small roaming force, but shouldn't get really anything done with that. SHIN already has units in position here. Tries to snipe those Banes. One misclick is gonna splash just too much damage there on the Marines. Byun is pushing out a little bit too early. He's only sitting at 130 supply. That's not gonna be enough. Look at SHIN's supply sitting at 166 at this point, and he just has so many units. He tried to shoot down the rock tower, but he didn't really deal any damage to the rock tower, to be honest. Feels like these armor types are insane. 10 armor, so he only deals like 1 damage every 2 shots or so. He tried to snipe that one down. That didn't work. It's like he's trying to shoot eggs. I think eggs do have like... I can't see the armor value because it shows the production. There we go. Inferior interfaces here. Need to go back to the original one. You can see he's like shooting at those rocks, but... Oh no, he didn't shoot at the rocks, but... They are insanely sturdy. Command center number 5 on the way here already for Byun. He's trying to really get as many bases up and running as he can. But this will be an issue eventually. I mean, he's producing 4 tanks at a time now. It's kind of crazy to see. This will be an issue eventually to be able to defend those spots. And honestly, I feel like this is one of the crazier spots he could have tried to take here. Like, this is barely gonna be missed. It's insane. 1 tank is gonna get caught here. More tanks. Oh my god, that's 4 tanks being caught. 5 tanks being caught. There's so much being caught here right now for Byun. But there, finally, the buyer is coming in here to try and deal with this. But that was a lot of resets there on that tank count. Take a look at how many tanks have died. 7 have died. 1 or 2 might have been killed earlier. So at least 5 tanks did just bite the dust here. This is... I can't believe this is still unscouted. I mean, SHIN is thinking of this base, but Byun is clearly not going for that one. That's so weird. It's... You can consider this being a hidden base at this point. Tanks coming in here. Starting to shell at these links. One link is gonna find that base over there. A couple of Marines are gonna clear that out. A bunch of Marines trying to kill this base here with 5 tanks. These tanks are exposed. Byun not with the tanks. Blinding clouds are gonna easily dispose of these guys here. And the Marines not enough in number here to keep these guys, the tanks, safe. And Byun did close these rocks, but I'm not sure if that was actually a good move, because now he's struggling to reinforce his own position here with the Marines from the south side, and SHIN is kind of just rolling into the 3rd base, starting to destruct more and more of those tanks, but in the end this army is just thinned out. 1 base here could get lifted. There is a few Hydras, so he needs to deal with this. But I mean, this is so difficult to move around now. And yeah, he'll just... Oh my god, I think this is gonna just die. Yeah. I don't know what he's doing here, but this is a poof, a big poof. Ultralisks on the way, and SHIN is not really being broken anyway. Byun can barely go up above 150 supply. He's kind of struggling to go past that. You see this also reflected in 180 maximum supply. He's not really getting anywhere where he's close to being like out of supply depots, right? So he doesn't really go above those numbers. Now, can he fend off this army here? There's also an army ravaging now the reinforcements here again. These tanks are trying to keep this safe, but oh my god, this guy has 20 kills. It's insane, 23 kills. I love SC1 tanks. They only cost 2 supply, so it's a very, very supply efficient unit here. Granting that AoE, but only 2 supply with that long range. If you can focus down that Ultralisk, would be amazing, but it feels like this push again is getting thrown back and back again and again here. And Byun just is barely making any ground here with this army. I mean, this tank is the frickin' commander on that high ground. He's shooting so many guys. Now after this fight, we're just finishing our 3-3 upgrades here. +3 armor was already done for SHIN. So he was looking very good there. And this hidden base is actually proving to be insanely valuable now. SHIN still has no idea that this is existing. And Byun is like, alright man, if I cannot... Like, I mean, he's fighting now here. He should definitely get this again, which he just lost there. But in my opinion, I mean, he's just reinforcing this area so much. Come on, make a couple turrets to kill this overlord already. He's gonna bring a few marines, I guess. But finally, we should see this base getting killed here eventually now, with Byun finally overpowering this position and SHIN just running out of units, running out of money here. And that comes back to these bases being kind of outmined so fast here, because I mean, he still is working from this, but it's about to run low here. We see some of those at 20 minerals. SHIN coming in here with a couple links. This is where you need a few bunkers, mate. Just make a couple. He still needs more supply depots as well, so there's a lot of obstructions he could just make. How many units lost do we have? I'm gonna show you in a moment here. There's a bunch of links, 500 links. Only 3 ultralisks have gone down so far. And 141 marines, 1 vessel, so he didn't really go into that vessel camp for 26 tanks. That's kind of insane, to be honest. And we did finally get rid of this base here, but SHIN did re-expand to this position, and now he finally found this area. And this is what I was saying, Byun's army is not in position to deal with this. SHIN can just kind of get a run, can jump on this one, but so many tanks moving in here. But the tanks are barely scratching the ultralisks. It's insane, +5 ultralisks here. Look at that, the tank in their normal mode, they're not really dealing any damage. But Byun is able to hold this one, and in the end he's fully pushing SHIN back here. That one ultralisk cannot get healed up by that queen. Maybe throw down the transfuse, you have it. Oh no, she healed the wrong one. She healed the healthy one. She healed the wrong one. Now this is a smart move, I think. There's not really any vessels in this game, so burrow Banes, that could be a way to come back to get a big blow on the Terran army here. Only 45 health. Of course, on those marines means they are one shot from a baneling, if I'm not mistaken here. Okay, they're not one shot, but they are like 4 HP, so they're freaking kaput. But there we go. Byun just has the meat grinder in position, and SHIN tried to run in. And that's all she wrote. So in the end, Byun up 3-0 in this best in this 7-game show match. That was a Terran map. Yeah, I guess so. Zerg really needs a flank. That's true. If you want to play those melee heavy compositions, definitely need those flanks. We do have Byun sitting at what, 3 now? Is it correct, yeah? But that was a really cool match, it was quite long. A lot of action. In the top right of Blue Storm we do have SHIN, and in the bottom left it is Byun. Okay, so let me check out this map. This is the one I haven't seen yet in EVO. So there's a natural... There's rocks, this is a small path. And you have the big path down here. You have this small base, and then you have a small path down here into the corner base. And there's another base down here. And then you have this one, so it's a very weird layout, I have to say. Really curious how this is gonna play out. Now Byun throwing down an early command center, but not gonna go for the command center first. He's gonna throw down the first barracks, one barracks first, yeah? He's just gonna make a few marines here. I'm pretty sure these can be traversed by links, right? Is this worker only? I'm not sure. We're gonna see eventually here. The issue if you go for like stuff like Blinding Cloud or Spellcasters on the... He's got a bunker rush this. Alright, this is so Byun. This marine is stuck though, and I mean this SCV has 60 HP, so he can actually micro this a long time. That's kind of funny to see. So he will throw down a bunker down here. And we already see a spine crawler on the way. Marines rallying across the map. No academy yet. Only extra barracks coming in so far. Unfortunately, this is not in range of the hatchery, so this doesn't really do anything. It will still deny some of the patches, but it's kind of in a funny location. Now this should outrange the bunker. The academy could make a range upgrade, right? But that of course does mean that takes longer and that delays the stim as well. Look at those drones. He should probably, yeah, he should, that's what I was looking for. Should go for those drone assassinations. Now the SCV is gonna get killed here, Byun not really on top of that. And he will lose the bunker. Oh boy. But yeah, we saw now Marines can walk through this area. Of course they already did here, what am I talking about? And he can cancel his range. So he actually tried to go for range here. Kind of interesting to see. He will kill these rocks. For whatever reason. And we do see SHIN expanding to another base here, base number 3, but these like mineral hungry SC2 races don't really perform that well on those small bases here. You kind of need to take way more bases. And Byun is smelling something's up. He knows the timing. It's like, wait, are you actually expanding to this place? I'm gonna kill your overlord, and in the meantime, I'm gonna cancel your hatchery because I already have stim done at 423, and I have a firebat, and I have a couple of medics, and you only have 4 queens. So bye bye 1, bye bye 2, bye bye firebat. Shouldn't bring the spine crawler from earlier. That's gonna tank a lot of damage here. That was a really good move, and that might be the one that saves the hatchery actually. Allows for more and more reinforcements to come in here. And Byun is gonna fall back onto the high ground. Just bring a few more marines here, but he should probably stim them ahead so they can actually come in and I mean be there for the fight. He's gonna stim now. And it's gonna try to assassinate the hatchery. He's not really dealing all the damage to the hatch. Now SHIN is gonna come in for a last second save. He's really superb at those, by the way, but nice target fire on the Banes. Still though, a Lynx around is just too powerful against StarCraft 1 Marines here. No combat shields and no medivacs from above, so it's only the normal medics. The bunker is, I mean, why was he killing these rocks? The bunker is here, it's gonna get surrounded for now, but nice block there at the tail end with these SCVs. Good reaction in the end there from Byun. It's gonna keep that one safe. And we do see more and more things coming on here for our Terran player again. Evolution chamber finally on the way here. Already halfway done on the upgrade there for Byun. And SHIN is gonna just get these guys because, I mean, look at this. It's oversaturated already on the minerals. It's just because he needs so many minerals, but this map is just not providing it. He needs to expand way faster than what he's actually doing. Oh man, those blockades. they look kind of cool. Those look cool, man. They have like a shield. Now he's still not able to kill these overlords. It's kind of insane. Tanks moving out. Where is he gonna push with this? He can set them up from here. Can't really hit anything though. He can't really hit anything from behind, so he kind of needs to go through the middle here. But it's also difficult for SHIN to move anything through the middle. Now he's gonna set them up here on the high ground. At least one. I feel like that's a nice position here. There's the rock tower with... This one only has 3 armor though, so interesting change up. And this tank is in a good position to just shell at the drones. Lynx are starting to set up a run by here, it seems like, but there's already the reinforcements in position. If they hop into the bunker, there should be no issue here. SHIN scouts this and it's gonna say, alright, let's just try to clean up the army, I guess. He just moves back and there we go. Bane speed is still not done. Very late Bane speed, I feel like. I mean, usually you don't get it at 8 minutes, right? Yeah, coming in here, it's gonna easily surround the tank on the low ground. It's gonna easily go on. I feel like he has way too many units here for Byun to handle. Even though the Banes are slow. One connection there on the bio inside that mineral field, and that's gonna be all she wrote here for Byun's attack. One more connection is gonna do the trick with the tank. Not target fired on those Banelings, unfortunately. Let me see the third base coming down here for Byun. And he does have the double engineering bay. He needs to start. Oh god! It happened. It's queued behind. No, Byun, no. This could be a nice cancel here for SHIN. Finally a W for our Zerg player. And it's gonna be easy. Confirmed cancel, but can he hold his... This is the lair. Oh my god, SHIN doing it again. He should have layered this hatchery, but it's this one. One in the front. So if Byun ever breaks this location, he's gonna also break the tech. Now SHIN coming in from a lot of sides here. Can he kill these units? Double tank still sitting strong here. Vessels in production. We have a hatchery down here in the bottom right. And this field of creep here, I mean, it's not contested, so he's just like creeping down there. But it doesn't really provide him anything. He didn't really have to creep inside the middle. Why is he cutting off his own reinforcements now? Oh, he's just preparing this. Oh no, he's actually cutting them off. So Byun cannot reinforce this anymore, but only in, like, SHIN can only engage from one angle, like this place, and he only has a melee composition. So I guess Byun just made himself invincible. He keeps the one medic in that knock, so it's literally impossible to move anything through right now. And he has a vessel, and that vessel is about to have a defense matrix. If he defense matrixes one unit in that knock, it's basically like, I don't know, it's the immovable object. Now there you go, Leia, bye bye. And this is also the evolution chamber area. Oh my god, that tank friendly fire killed so many marines there. SHIN needs to restart a lair. He has not done yet, so he needs extra hatcheries. He's like, I don't know how he's playing this, but it feels like he's just misplaying the maps because they're so different. He still has the evolution chambers online, which is kind of nice, but we see Byun getting ready again for another push out here. This base was remade, and this time it's going to be floated over. Oh my god, so much blood. Tanks are in position here to keep this area safe. He did, by the way, recognize that the upgrade was queued behind, so he started it in the upper engineering bay. But yeah, that was a lot of time though that went into nothing there, unfortunately, here from Byun. That's a cool position here. You can reinforce this with like a medevac or like a dropship, right? And another round of marines. He's sieging forward a tiny bit here, but he's never really gonna get in range into anything crucial here, which would be the evolution chambers. But he does effectively keep this base denied, and that's a lot of income that's missing here from SHIN. But you cannot really bleed out these marines. He only has that one medic with this group. He still has the science vessel in case something comes over, and he can just like defense matrix one of these units inside the nook, and then have the unkillable wall there again. And Byun is heavy supply blocked here. He's making 5 supply depots at once right now. And the command center. He's scanning in the north. He still doesn't know about all the bases here in the south, which are about to be set up here. And I feel like SHIN really needs to go for this one as well as fast as possible, because, I mean, what are you doing, man? And Byun again trying to push through here. His medic is starting to go low, and he's losing more and more of his units here. Honestly, I wouldn't hate a dropship to just reinforce this position. Now Byun coming in here, sorry, SHIN coming in here on top of Byun's army. Byun's army is starting to run away. This is off creep, but again the Banes, like one stim and the Banelings are gonna one-shot those Marines, so very, very hefty price here you have to pay as Byun for that stim. This vessel is fully loaded up now. And as you can see, he's gonna break this down with Hydralisks. There should be, I mean, there's no irradiates, so Byun definitely a little bit of a mistake. I feel like you should always get irradiate, even if you don't use it. I mean, it's just too good if you have some vessels. He's solely using them for that defense matrix right now. But yeah, the Hydras are just gonna break this open, and that means this position is again ripe for the taking here for SHIN. We do see the double defense matrix here on these tanks, but that's not gonna help much, and as you can see, they will get broken very easily in the end. No assist here on those. I mean, he's now going into irradiates. Yeah, no assist from the irradiator. And it feels like this is the first time Byun is kind of outsmarting himself a little bit. He's not really finding value after the fact. Like, he got this area, right? And he had it so long, but he didn't really do anything with it after he killed that one hatchery. He just held it for a long time, but he didn't really do anything with that presence on the map. He tried to set up another position here through the middle, but that wasn't enough. There was just too much of an open ground there. And SHIN could even just go with a off-creep army and completely wreck that one. So it comes a lot down to position, it feels like, if the Terran does win the engage or if the Zerg does win. And maybe also the composition. Now we are looking at 13 tanks here, 40 Marines, and only 5 medics. Maybe a little bit low on the medic count. And those couple of vessels finally do have their irradiate ready. Now how's the production looking here? We're sitting at 12 barracks, so that should be enough. They're actually over here, and we do have 3 factories. So there's going to be a lot of production here for Byun on the way. Does not have this locked down here. This vessel does not have any spells ready. And Byun trying to come in from both sides here. Coming from the north as well. Oh my god, this could be a big engage. 1. Defense matrix is not gonna be enough. I said this earlier. I mean, you need that position, right? Now Fungal's coming in, but too many tanks behind us. Oh my god, the Fungal actually killing so much there. And Infestor with 10 kills. It's been a while since we've seen those one in a TVZ. And SCV is fighting +2 armored links. That's 60 HP really shining here in that moment. Byun is starting again to grab that foothold. I feel like you want to push with buildings a little bit as the Terran. Like, just get some obstructions. Oh my god, that's so much economic damage again here. 3-3 about to finish up here for these Marines. Hydras are actually quite decent against those because that low HP is really eating into their fighting capabilities here. Oh yeah, stack them up, mate. Stack them up. 3 Vipers ready to pounce here. He needs to irradiate those. He does irradiate the Infestor, but not the Vipers. And SHIN is actually GG. He says, okay, I just cannot reinforce enough. I don't have enough units here to break this one. And it's barely. It feels like he barely managed to pull the win there, though. I mean, of course, expanding into the northern side meant that Byun had resources for days, but it feels like SHIN was about to break him a few times there on Bluestone.